Hello, I am Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Try Iratus, Lord of the Dead. So, last time was the first episode. We covered like the basic mechanics of the game, didn't really play that much, so I think we have all the basics covered. Everything that we need to know was explained, at least what we need to know for now. Today we'll finally start playing. One more thing before I start playing, something I wanted to mention. This is just a Let's Try series, and there is a lot I still don't know about the game. There's a lot I need to test. When we check here, I still don't have, what, 6 minion types available. So I fully expect that I'm gonna make mistakes, that my play won't be optimal, and I don't even expect that I'll fully explore all the floors, let's say, that are currently available. But it's fine. This is meant to be just a series to test the game, see how it works, and yeah, as I say, explore it a little bit. And then as it's nearing its completion, I'll start playing more and more seriously, focusing on finding the ideal compositions and trying to get through the game all the way to the end. But once again, for now, that's not the priority. We still don't have the 2 floors available yet anyway, so not a big deal if we just die and have to try again. I actually don't even care about that. I'd rather try a couple of times and always go with different compositions so that we test more things. Okay. So, let me check Graveyard quickly. I just want to see how many Architect Souls we have. Only 16, so we won't be building anything. And we don't need to heal anyone. We are working the excavation, so all that we can do is jump into the dungeon. And, oh, actually, I forgot to check the optimal path. I knew there was something I should have done before I started recording. Oh, well, we're just gonna do it now. While I'm doing it, while I'm looking for the optimal path, we can check all the different, events that can happen along the way. So we have 3 different things here right away. We have grave and ancient tomb containing dormant minions awaiting their time. So every time I try this, there was always 3 minions popping up, and we can choose which one we take. So I think any of the minions that you have currently available, so I don't think it can be one of the minions that you didn't reveal yet, but from the others it's random 3 and you can pick one. Then we have chest, a mythical chest containing artifacts, similar as the minions, a couple of artifacts. I think it's 3 as well. There is one event when there is more than 3, I think, but this should be 3. You choose one of them. And here we have quest, an event requiring the participation of Iratus himself or the current battle group. So you go in there, then you have some reading, something happens, and then you have multiple options how you resolve the situation. And sometimes for specific resolution or to resolve the events in certain ways, you, for example, need to have a specific minion in the group. If you don't, then you won't get the best outcome, things like that. So these 3 covered. This one, Fountain of Restoration, that you have to choose either you restore your mana to full or heal all minions in the group that traveled there. What else? This one is pretty good still. Contains the records of the past battles, which can be used to raise the level of minions or Iratus himself. So we probably want to go through as many of these as possible on the way up. This one, you throw in a minion and then you get items and artifacts. Yeah, here you get multiple items. It looks like you get a selection, but you get all the items, I think, from the selection. You don't pick just one. So this one isn't bad. You usually just throw in a skeleton or something made out of basic materials and get actually quite a lot from it. Usually I don't like trading minions for items. I usually hate that in games, but here it seems to be worth it. What else do we have? I think that's it for this floor. Oh, this one. These are normal fights, and there's elite squad. So each of these enemies have its elite version, and these fights is when there is it is guaranteed that I think all of the enemies will be the elite versions. In the normal fights, there is always a chance for each of the enemies to be elite. I think in the normal fight, most that I've had was 2 elites out of the 4, and here I think it's guaranteed that all of them are elite. So those are pretty dangerous, but the rewards are of course better. And I wanted to have as many fights as possible along the way. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There would be one option. If we go the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this would be ideal, and we would go through one elite group. Not sure if that's a good idea, but yeah, let's do it. We will go through the Stella, then we go through the elite squad. It's gonna be quite difficult, but sure, let's do it. Okay, so what did we get? I think we already have a second Banshee, so I'll take second Lost Soul. And we can keep going. Oh, there is one thing that I don't like about the game. I can show it here. Because you can actually choose the group that will move to the next event. And multiple times it happened to me that I had accidentally activated the wrong group and entered the fight with it. And of course, one Lost Soul can't handle the fight. And when you enter the fight, you can't retreat. If you try to retreat, you always lose everyone. So you can just run into something accidentally by not noticing that you have the wrong group selected, and there is then no way how to get out without losing everything. So this kind of sucks. There should be some indication that, for example, when you click on the event, the game should tell you you are entering with incomplete group. Are you sure you want to do that? Because it's really frustrating. It happened to me like 5 or 6 times that I lost the the group that wasn't supposed to go there just by not noticing. They should actually just adjust this. It's very frustrating. Oh well, now we have the right group selected, and we should be strong enough to handle this pretty easily without any further preparations. So what do we have? We have, these are miners, right? Yeah, they're quite annoying because they can attack twice per turn. They actually hit quite hard. They have some shielding, but we don't care about physical shielding. And this guy is pretty annoying. Well, first of all, let's start warding people there. Then we debuff them, hopefully before they can do anything. No, they will go before we can debuff anyone. Yep, that hurt. That also hurt. But Mabis have a lot of hit points, like 130 or something. Okay, now we debuff them. Ah, missed one. And it's actually curse. Wait, I can't reach this one. Okay, let's just curse the miners then. Need to... there is one good thing about crits. When you crit someone, it usually then reduces morale of everyone else in the group. So if morale is what you go after, you really want to see crits. Then you are, sometimes it like doubles your damage without really trying. The crits just come, and with that, you just, the crits themselves just to reduce the sanity further. So that's something we want to see as soon as possible. By the way, the ticks of the dot can crit as well. At least I think I saw that happening, so that's pretty good. Okay, let's go. Yeah, as I said, after this one, it has pretty low sanity, so let's try to get it down as soon as possible. There is another crit. Oh, and when they crit, I think it increases their sanity a little bit. So that's quite annoying. Now we have the ward, so let's start healing. I'm even thinking about... No, sudden rail, it's too early for that. We wouldn't get much of a bonus from it yet. It makes the healing stronger, so I was thinking about buffing up the healing first. But, now stop pushing me back. Yep, those are the 2 attacks. Let's debuff this one. Taking a ton of damage. Okay, here I will use the Unfeeling Aggression because I want to move the Dark Knight to the first position. Yeah, they have the shielding for 1 attack, but don't really care about that. I just needed to move. Could you please stop doing that? There, now we're gonna heal the fallen hero, the Dark Knight. Come on. We need to upgrade our minions, both get higher levels and use like higher or better materials. It might be time for Amplify Curses. Minus 75% chance to attack an ally. Yep, that's what we needed. It's actually not minus 75%, just 75% chance to attack an ally. There we go, finally a decent roll on the Insanity. This one, at the start, loses 40% of vigor, but extra action. I really don't like this outcome, because that's a lot of burst damage. You could just stun them. Honestly, do it. You don't need the rage for the Dark Knight. Okay, let's go for the stun. It's gonna save us quite a lot of damage, I think. And keep healing. Could now remove the debuffs. Now. Another one is insane. The same effect. Damn it. Much sanity do you have? 76. But the hunk is not that dangerous. I think I'll focus on the miners first. Really need at least one of them to die. Okay, time for more wards. I'll have to heal the zombie a bit. Good job. Keep doing that. Minus 18, so he's down to 0 as well. I think they all die from the Insanity before they get heart attack. Let's make sure they are buffed. And my cat just jumped on the table. I have a cup with some water, and yeah, she seems to like it. They have their own water available the whole day, of course. I give them a fresh one like 10 times every day. Definitely more than they need, but every time I take water for myself, every one of them just drinks from my cup. Okay, well, I'll just keep going. We are debuffed, so the Hex Beam Should do decent damage. There we go, 15, not bad. Ouch. Please, fine. Actually, you don't have to die. You are killing your friends, so it's fine, I guess. Healing. Actually, thinking if it's worth it healing the zombie. Because the zombie will definitely need some time to recover. Even if I try to heal it, we don't have that much time. Might be better to just heal the Banshee fully. Okay, let's do that. Let's ignore the zombie. We'll just heal it in between fights. It'd be great if I could heal the Dark Knight before this fight ends.
Savor these last few heartbeats.
It's dead, and this one again. So we do get one more heal. Good. And he died. We get time to run away. So we'll have to heal the zombie. The knight should be fine. What did we get? Some ectoplasm. Good. And a skull torch. That's an artifact for the necromancer. Well, let's start with that. At the beginning of battle, Iratus gains 45 wrath, one-time use. Okay, so these there are multiple different one-time artifacts. You want to be careful where you use it. I think we're gonna save this one for the fight with the elite group. Then what else? We got a level ups for the team finally. So where do we start? The Lost Souls is using the Benevolent Spirit and the Dubious Boon the most. So can we get anything useful from those two? If he goes for Price of Glory, it will get stronger. Just increases the numbers basically. If we go for Peace Eternal, the numbers stay the same for the healing and does less damage, but we are completely mitigating damage with ward. So what we want is the Price of Glory for extra healing. This from the stats that we get, of course, getting +3 attack is basically useless. So the other option would be just deciding purely based on the extra stats that we get from the upgraded abilities. What do we care about? I don't think there is anything that we really need that bad. Some defensive stats maybe would be useful. I would probably prefer like ward or block, which we can't get. Maybe some extra evasion, but it's also not the top priority. So rather than going after the stats, we want to buff up the ability. So it's Price of Glory, I think. And the stronger healing will be pretty useful. Now, the Banshee. This might be different, because we want to increase the dread as much as possible. Let's see where we can get as extra dread. We can get it here, we get +2. Here we can get +1, here we can get +1. We don't care about the first part. That's physical damage and that's irrelevant for us. So that would be Whale. All minions gain 6 dread for their next action. So AoE buff for a turn. And this one would just make the buff stronger. So stronger buff and extra damage. But we are not using the buff really. The Soprano, that's the ability that why we are using the Banshee. So the upgrades are Crescendo, that makes the debuff stronger. And then Accelerando, that reduces evasion. We don't really care about evasion. Just want to reduce their damage as much as possible. So I think that's what we're gonna start with. And also, on top of that, it gives us initiative. That's super important because we want to apply the buff before they can do anything. So here both parts are useful. We increase the strength of the buff and can apply it faster. So this is like a perfect upgrade.
Serve me well, my minion.
Then, the mummy. Here we are using the cursing touch. Again, we are trying to improve the dread primarily. Some extra, probably not armor, because we are starting with 0, so it wouldn't make much of a difference. Some extra block and ward wouldn't be horrible. Maybe extra accuracy wouldn't be bad either. You have 135 hit points, so you probably don't have to buff that up anymore. Okay, let's see. Cursing touch. This looks promising. Avoidable curse. Unavoidable curse. That buffs up the secondary ticks by a little bit, but also it buffs the damage itself because it increases the base damage. And then the other one, it increases the duration to 4 turns and increases initiative. I don't really care about the initiative on the mummy. It would be nice to have the longer duration, but I think here this bonus is the like the difference maker. If it was here, I would gladly take the Dire Curse, but well, because it's on the other side, it's gonna be unavoidable curse.
Get back to battle.
And Dark Knight. Again, here we care about dread, but also about armor. It's our main tank, and it's starting with pretty decent armor. It's our main like defensive stat. So where can we get extra armor? We can get extra armor here, but it's a physical attack that we don't really care about. +3 dread here is pretty strong. That's a lot. And then we can get extra ward here. Not ward, extra resistance here, but this is not an ability that we are using too often. Let's see. This is our main attack that we would transform into what? 10 to 12 damage and 2 damage for each buff or debuff. This removes the debuff part, just buffs up the attack itself. And this buffs up the second part. I think I'll go for this one. Again, the difference maker here is the fact that it increases dread by a lot. So here it says 18 to 21, but once we take it,
my enemies are in for
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be much higher because of this bonus that was just activated. So it's 22 to 25. Yep. Good. So we have this covered. What is this? +1 dread. Wow. Holy crap, that's a good one. We found this uncommon part. Do we have... We have talent. So if I took transplantation here, so we can finally replace the parts. Who is our main damage dealer? Well, that's the highest dread. You don't have, how is it called? Weapon. You are not made with the weapon. You are made with the weapon. And we already have armor with +1 dread. And you are also not made with the weapon, neither are you. Well, in that case, it's easy. We're just gonna increase the dread even further on the Dark Knight. How many souls do we have? 30. I'm thinking, usually I go Iratus statue second because it restores mana. But this time I didn't start with a spell. So instead I'm thinking about going arena. And we would make another minion that we would send in. And start leveling it up. Let's see. We need a skeleton.
humans
build the
become
building,
much
and we
sturdier
already
when
have
you
the lost
strip
soul that we
them
can
of
start
their
leveling.
vital
Sure, let's do that.
organs. Becoming an undead eliminates almost all memories and useful skills from the subject. However, new knowledge can be taught through the application of control.
Okay, don't have enough souls to do anything else. Oh, wait. Oh, almost forgot. The mummy. Yeah, we need to heal it. So, for that we have the mortuary, so it's out for one fight. And then we have to replace it, so we're gonna just make another mummy. We can fill this up.
I like to keep the embalmed organs as souvenirs.
And we don't want the zombie to be behind the rest, so we can use the brain, get it to level 2. And the same as before, level up the unavoidable curse. There we go.
Expect results.
Okay, do we have any items? Any more brains? Nope. What we can do is do some alchemy. And craft some uncommon materials. See if we can get any upgrades. Blood.
It's no gold.
More blood.
Behold my
Next
work.
we want bones. Let's go weapon next.
A skeleton will clean up this mess later.
Come on. Rags.
The smell of successful
We can
alchemy.
go for rare blood, but I think it's too early to go for rare materials. Then
A skeleton will clean up this
2,
mess
that's the
later.
ectoplasm, hearts,
It's no gold.
and the
but it will
flesh.
do.
Okay. Now, what did we get? +2 luck on armor. That's interesting. But I usually... But actually, we should probably scale up luck for the crits when we are going again... Or we are going after sanity. Yeah, to get those crits. Vigor, don't really care about vigor. It's not enough. Dread is nice. Attack, we don't care. Evasion, We don't have evasion tank, so... Who cares? Sometimes I like scaling evasion on my banshees. So I'm actually not sure if blood is used to make banshees. +3 accuracy. That's not bad. More accuracy here. Dread is great. Luck is great. More evasion. We don't care about attack. Accuracy, dread. We got dread quite a few times. That's nice. So where do we want the dread? How is your evasion? 20%. Okay, let's give you more. Okay, you're not made with blood. Dread. Wonder if it's gonna increase the damage of the crescendo. Because that 6 damage is not fixed value. It does scale up with the dread. But is it really gonna make a difference if it's 6 or 7? No, don't care about that. Bones. Maybe not heart. Accuracy, dread, rags. Yeah, I'm looking for luck. We have 8%. I think that's what we're gonna scale up. We'll just leave the damage as it is and try to increase the crit chance as much as we can. That's that. Now, for the mummy, here is where we want to increase the dread. How is our accuracy? 95%. It's 1. You are not used or made with heart. There's evasion. We are starting with 0, so I don't really care about that. Don't have blood. I mean, we could take that accuracy. It's not the best stat, but Sure. We can always replace it. It's not the end of the world. And then we have the knight. Bigger. I mean, he has only 70 hit points. So for now, maybe I could take it. It's probably better to keep these materials. They are not ideal and just later use them to make rare ones. And the Lost Soul. Rex, Skull, Ectoplasm. Don't care about anything. Okay. That's all the upgrades. And... oh, wait. Next is the fountain. Didn't have to make any minions. Because we don't need to replenish mana. We'll just use it for healing. Yeah, choose a battle squad. My usual problem, that I either forget to choose the battle squad or I choose the wrong one and the game doesn't tell me. Recover. And I replace the parts in the wrong zombie. Okay, I'll just throw in this one. And let's see. I'll start with the debuff. Please don't miss. There's the crit at least. We missed one, but we crit one, so it basically doubled the damage. Ow. Yeah, this is what I hate. The Sinister Stance. Or Sinister, how is it called? Sinister Strike. 195% physical damage to a random target. That's pretty nasty. Start warding. Let's see, now he's too far for the... actually no, this is not too far for the Dark Knight to reach him. Please don't miss. Was it enough to drive him crazy? Nope. Wow. I really don't want to get hit by the attack. Just try to take him out. Or not. Oh, it sucks so much when you miss your ultimate. Oh, there we go. There are those crits. Now he is insane, so what did he get? Nothing that would affect him too much. There's the armor in action. Yep, that's the combination of the debuff from the Banshee, from the buffed up debuff, the crescendo, that gives -6 in combination with the Dark Knight's 6 armor. Now, for these like lower level guys, it's close to impossible to get through. What is the debuff exactly? Initiative, evasion, loses accuracy. Well, for someone who lost so much accuracy, he was pretty successful with his attacks. Who is next? One of these two. There we go. Another one. One crazy. Why are they getting the remaining strength every time? Is it like based on the position where they are? It shouldn't be. They're just unlucky. Okay, let's heal the mummy. And please don't miss. There we go. Another one is insane. Hopeless. That sounds... He has -50 accuracy and just keeps hitting. But what is this if I hopeless? Loses attack, reduces luck to 0, loses all armor and resistance, loses all block and ward. There we go. That's the type of insanity that we want to see. Keep healing.
He dies so that you can live.
potion, and that hurt. We can't reach the last one. I can reach the last one with the Hex Beam. Yeah, let's go for it. It's basically guaranteed he'll go insane if we hit. Or not. Make sure to stay debuffed. There we go, now he is insane. 75% chance to attack an ally. Good. Okay, now we just want to ward the zombie, mummy, and heal it once. We should be fine. Come on. There we go.
This never gets old.
Yep. Now they should start dropping like flies. Yeah. Hope we can still. Holy moly. Okay, so we all have to heal the zombie this time. Nice crit, but too late. Whatever. Don't even get the heal, but it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't be able to get anywhere near 100%, so doesn't matter. Another brain, quite a few materials, good. And blood. And the lost soul got a level up, the one that spent this turn in the arena. So now what we need, now we finally need to heal this mummy. This one will replace it. We have 22 architect souls. I'll actually think about what we want to build next off camera. What else did we find? I don't think we got anything else that would really make any difference. I think we just want to keep going. Sacrificial altar. Let's get something to sacrifice. We can do one more thing, just check what we get from the sacrificial altar. Can we get a skeleton from basic materials? Bone. We don't have basic armor, and this one is actually pretty good. So let's not use that. What about the zombie? Again, this needs armor. Here we don't need armor, so if I use this, basic blood, we don't have basic heart. Okay, let's just use the uncommon heart. Or we have rags, armor. I'm thinking if there is a way how to get a minion from just normal materials. We don't have normal dust. We have 2 ectoplasm, but we don't have dust. Skull, bones, meat, and rags. We can actually get the mummy. Okay, this is the cheapest minion that we can get. Basic, basic. This is basic as well.
Easier to make my enemies unlucky than being lucky myself.
Sacrifice. So what did we get? This is an artifact for the hero, a random minion, and a random enemy lose 50 luck until the end of battle. It's pretty specific. Probably good against bosses. And these are items for minions. +2 initiative and starting turn at position 3, +2 luck for 3. This is a perfect item for our Banshee. This is like an item that was made for our Banshee. Then we have Ear's Necklace, +2 resistance. Starting turn at position 3 increases initiative. That'll also be a Banshee item, but it's significantly worse. We can actually use both, but it's not that good. The stacking initiative. Don't think we need more initiative then. Bones, extra accuracy, and initiative on position 2. The mummy missed a couple of times, so we can give this to the mummy and it wouldn't be horrible. And the scaling initiative is not bad. And golden tooth gives a luck and normal attack. Okay, we don't care about normal attack. That +5 luck is pretty good. But then the second stat is something we don't care about, so I think I'll just try to transmute it into something else. And I guess we'll leave the quest for next time. Let's use those items. Make sure we don't forget. Yeah, this is ideal for the Banshee, and this one that was for the mummy. Do I want to give it to this one or the other mummy? It might be better to give it to the other one, because this one is made out of better materials. Which one was it? This one. It's your accuracy 98, yeah. I don't have to give these items to like minions on the appropriate positions, right? But then I won't get the full effect, so it's a bit of a waste. I don't think I want to use the ears necklace. Okay, fine. So I think we are done for today. I hope that you liked this episode. I hope that you can join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye-bye.